Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV as Kale. We're of course still going for that Eat Your Greens achievement. We have to take all the grasslands provinces in Asia by the age of absolutism, and at some point we decided that taking all that land by 1610 or 1612-ish might be a bit too rough, at least for the way we started this game. So the new idea was to, instead of having to go in here into Ardabil and Transo and QQ and more Transo and up there into Ming and all that, in Japan, instead we just stop the Age of Absolutism from spawning, from triggering by preventing the spawn of the Global Trade Institution. Now, that's not trivial either. We have to be the most powerful trade power in the most powerful trade node in the world, and not actually either not have a merchant there or not have a level 2 or 3 trade center there and not have our capital there. So plan is to make Bengal that node and to take control of Bengal. We have about 50 years, 48 years to do that, which is not a ton. We're trying to take over the Malacca node down here. We're trying to take over the Molucca node, hopefully at some point. Not really taking it over yet. But there's money in there. And then maybe up here. And maybe there's a shot. Maybe. Now, we just finished a war against Ayutthaya and Daiviet. Took a bunch of land from them. If we check here, all these cores used to be Ayutthaya's. Not all of them. I don't think we took all of them this war, but we took these here and these, I believe, or something like that. So we took a bunch of land. This fort is probably should stay on because of devastation over here. Lots of devastation. The fort in Pegu is not needed to be paid for. Do we need this? It's a farmlands fort. We have Chiang Mai now. Well, this does protect our country from intrusions from the south, I guess. I'm gonna keep this around, but not pay for it right now. I did a couple of things between episodes. I played around a bit with our estates, took away some land from the clergy, and asked the nobles for some manpower. Not because we absolutely need manpower, we actually almost capped, but because we were high on loyalty. I like loyalty ticking up, so I wanted to use that before we waste it. And we can just use that manpower to rebuild some more army. Speaking of army, I also dismissed our mercenaries over here. Something I should have done during the last war. I was just didn't think about it. We had all this army stuck over here because we didn't have the naval superiority. And actually we lost our transport boats in that war due to stupidity of mine. So we can't actually even transport those troops off here right now. So we had mercs sitting over here, taking off, eating our money without doing anything. I dismissed those mercs and plan to invest that into normal units. Should be better for our money anyway. I started building one here in Bicol, and I want to build more. Did I just build the one? Don't remember. No, I put a couple in the queue here. Why in Bicol? Because Bicol has some unrest. I want to hopefully not have rebels there. And it takes a while until we have a transport fleet again. I started building some boats, also in between episodes, so we can transport our troops again. Now, what's our next strike? People hate us, of course. That's the reason we had to fight Ayutthaya Daiviet when we did, and without transporting our troops first because of coalition issues. So people hate us. That's fine-ish. I'm thinking about attacking into Bengal and Malacca somehow. Now, Bengal is allied to a bunch of people, Delhi and Jaunpur and Malacca. So it would be a big fight, but we definitely have tech. We had military tech 12, these guys are military tech 10, I think Malacca is 11. Yes. So we have a tech advantage, definitely. We could even take tech 13 right now if we wanted to. So that's going to be good in the fighting. I also hired a general from the nobles, and that general was not bad. I mean, not great in combat, 2 fire, 1 shock, but 6 maneuver and 3 siege. 3 siege is great. So that's going to be fun when we crush those forts. We still can't beat Malacca's navy. We have 4 heavies, but they have more. So I don't think we can actually get mainland Malacca. Well, technically, we could. For a couple of reasons. First of all, we can park an army here before we declare war and just take all this. Second of all, we can move across the strait even if we don't have naval superiority, as long as we control both sides of the strait. We just need to make sure to not lose that in the war. So maybe what we could do is transport these armies, once we have boats again, transport these armies over here, crunch up Malacca, have my main army over here, deal with Bengal, Delhi, and Jaunpur, which is going to be rough, but probably doable. With the tech advantage we have. It's gonna hurt our poor subject Jaipur again. But hey. And then we may have a shot of getting into Bengal, taking a lot of Bengal land. And I like declaring on, well, for one, we can't really declare on Malacca right now because we're no longer tributary to Ming, but we're allied to Ming. So they will defend Malacca when we attack. But if we attack Bengal and Malacca comes in, well, then that's a whole different story. And we do need to take that Bengal land. Without having the big trade power in Bengal, I don't think there's any way we prevent global trade from spawning at all. So that's absolutely necessary, so we should get started on that. In probably a year when we have these boats. So we probably take a year of peace here. I would do like a smaller war up here, but I don't have boats. So I really can't. What I really want to do, though, is get our colonists back out there. I think that is essential. We stopped doing that during the war, and that's never a good idea. We really need a lot of trade value in this whole area. Well, trade power and trade value. So we should be looking for places to colonize as soon as possible. A lot of good places. I mean, the Philippines have great places, but I don't know whether they're insanely important to us because we then have to steer through the Moluccas and we don't even have the power there. I think the land in the Malacca node that is uncolonized is pretty unexciting. Well, this is a 9 development piece, but it's... well, we don't know the trade code yet, so 11 actually. Maybe it's not that unexciting after all. I think I start focusing on the Malacca node first. With this guy, and then my other... maybe fill out the Moluccas here. Is there like a natural harbor or anything I'm missing? I don't think so. Oh, the Spice Islands, though, are partially colonized. And this is a bad colony. Probably need to just eat Ternate here, who has no friends. And Tidor, who's only allied to Maginda now, which is these people. Yeah, that's also something we should do when we have boats, definitely. So that's maybe a reason to get a colony here so we can actually fabricate claims. Let's do that. It's a bad colony, but fabricating claims there is going to be good. Probably going to lose money. I set some rooting out of corruption up again. So now we're probably going to lose money. Yep, we are. But we can always scale back on this. Not that I like to. But we can. We also should core this last piece of land now that we have the admin. And we're improving with Ming. I think I'm gonna call this guy back. I want to have a diplomat. We're almost done improving anyway. We don't have a rival right now, which is gonna hurt our power protection over time. But I don't want to rival Ming. I think it's not. That's not the way we win. Oh, also one thing I thought about, because, well, I thought about it because we're almost capped on military. Then I checked, and yes, we had an institution spawn. It's printing press. Of course, it did not spawn here. And I'm not quite sure what the right choice is, but I'm thinking about not developing this institution. At least not right now. Reason being that, as our neighbors are also not going to develop it, we're not going to have any issues tech-wise compared to them. Only to the Europeans. We don't take the institution. And we have 50 years. The 50 years that the institution takes to take up are essentially the 50 years we have to take control of this node. And wasting, quote-unquote wasting, monarch points on development rather than tech and other important things may hurt us too much. So I think I'm not going to develop the institution. I'm just going to let it tick up and take tech as early as I can to take as little penalty as I can. Well, not ahead of time, of course, because the bonus or the negative modifier from ahead of time is much worse than the negative modifier for an institution. You get 1% from institution and 10% from every year of ahead of time. So always let that ahead of time tick down unless you really need the tech. Question is, what do we do with our military power if we don't develop? And I think that the answer is we still have to do some development, honestly. Because the other things we can spend it on is strengthen government, which we don't really need, and hiring generals, which we don't really need. I mean, this guy could be better, a lot better. Maybe looking for, but we have really bad army tradition. Mostly because we have no forts. So the generals are not going to be particularly good that we hire anyway. So what's the thing? I feel like we just do a tiny bit of military development and it's gonna be fine. Should have done that in between episodes so you don't have to watch me doing this, but hey. Development, sort by price, Yamithin. You're cheap. Prosperity, a current development is already on, there you go. Just have some military. Now, is this the best place to develop our institution in if we do decide to do that? Probably not. But you know, can't have everything. Now, you guys are drilling and sitting on rebels. You guys are not drilling what I would like you to while you're sitting on those rebels over there and waiting, can't do anything anyway. We have rebels coming up. I talked about that earlier in Kale here, which might be an issue without boats. We'll see. And I don't think I can reduce autonomy there, increase autonomy, no, because they're slightly above 75%. You can only hit the button if you have 25% room. So that's not going to work. Is there any reason we pay for this fort right now, except for army tradition, which we don't have anyway? I'm going to not pay for that. And then keep on going. What did I want to do with you? I could go for more claims on Bengal. Just check the war on Bengal. How does it look right now? Yeah, everybody comes in. Malacca, Delhi, Jaunpur. So it's going to be a big fight. Are we planning to eat any of our subjects anytime soon? I think I talked about that earlier. So we have a lot of improved relations left with these guys. How libertarious are you? 75%. I don't know if the improved relations is going to be enough, but it might be. Get about double the bonus. Yeah, it could get us where we need to be. In which case, how much do we care about assimilating Jaipur? It's in the right node, which is good. Although the land is pretty bad. We can always ask the trade power from these guys, and we are already doing that, so it's really no need to assimilate them. Except that we were probably better at managing trade power than they are, but hey. I feel like it's gonna be Jaipur that we want to eat. So let's not do that right now. Let's instead use our diplomat to do what? Give me claims. I think I want a third claim on Bengal. Even if that is a bit expensive. Don't you dare tick up, rebels. Just stay where you are. Whoops. Apparently, I got our merchants too powerful. I think I gave them a province. Yeah, I gave them Brunei over here. They're going to take up by 5 per month, but in August next year, 2 things are going to drop off. And August next year is like 7 monthly ticks, 6 monthly ticks, no, 8. 8 monthly ticks. That's only 40%. So the disaster is going to be fine. Unless something else happens and then we die. You know. I hate that this is taking down and we can't do anything about it. I know I can take tech, but I still won't. I hate losing the money. Okay, there's another claim on Sunda. Sunda is another war that we definitely need to do. What can we even claim? Can't claim here. We could claim here in Kutai, but that's pretty lame. Demak is pretty great, though. Let's claim that. Do I want more claims on these guys? Probably not. Let's rather do claims on the small guys in the Spice Islands. Are you trying to siege back your own fort and you can't? Can't lose the ducats north to Nasserim. Is that a thing that we need to care about? It's a pretty good state. Then again, high autonomy. I'm going to take the devastation. It's going to have to be fine. I think I should help my subject here siege down his own fort. What do you need? You have no cannons. Do you have siege pips? You have no siege pips either. We want like 4 cannons. And our siege pips on there. Now, why is that relevant? To help our subject take back his land, is that we want the all the trade we can get from him and all the tariffs. Not tariffs, what's it called? It's not taxes either. Whatever, the vassal fee that they're paying to be as high as possible. So we want their income as high as possible. Also, they're going to be grateful if we save their land. That's kind of nice. Convert the heretics of Brunei. Good. Can't stand those heretics. Palu. Palu. There was a reason I wasn't converting Palu. I remember that there was, but I don't know what that reason was. Turn off the edict here. No need to pay for that. Do we do Samarinda or Palu? Oh yes, Palu already had unrest, I think is the issue. Well, they don't have any more. I'm going to turn on religious unity and then convert you if I find the button. 13 month. Pretty good deal. What does my diplomat need to do? I wanted to build spinal works on my new neighbors here. Hey Ternate, do you have heavies? 1 heavy. Okay, Ternate we can probably beat on the seas. That's another 8 lights though. But we have 4 heavies. 4 heavies should beat that. I think. I've been wrong before about Navy strength. And other things, but mostly Navy strength. We're capped on manpower. That's not good. That is not good. We should spend it. But I don't have money. What's so expensive? Advisors, rooting out the corruption. Man, that corruption. Our army is still expensive, but that's to be expected. Guess we're gonna sit at max manpower for a second there. Don't like it. But I don't think... Trading in tropical wood. I really want to trade in spices. Although development cost reduction is nice right now. There's the merchant disaster gone. Excellent. Liberties are going down. States are still terrible. At some point I will acquire a subject, I promise. And I may assemble an army. I will not unite Heim region for a long while. Wish I could do these things. Eventually. Ugh. Land theft. So, monastics gain loyalty, nobles lose loyalty. Monastic gain influence, nobles lose influence. Both of them are fine on the influence even if they gain it, I assume. Let's check if any of them have a negative modifier going on. They do not. So this is going to make everybody angry. I don't like that. Which we're talking about Yamethin. Yamethin is the place I've been developing, right? Yamethin. I feel like that. Yes. I don't really have any other I don't really have any other monarch points to put in there anyway, except for military. That would be better in nobles' hands. That makes the monastics really annoyed, which I don't like. But we can always, if we had money, we could turn around and give it to them. I'm gonna do this. And there's the siege. Good. Now, we built a bunch of boats here. That's great. Our boats are done. That means we can go to war soon. I like wars. Get me those flutes. All of you flutes? Yes. I think I also built some trade boats somewhere though. You're also a flute. You are a caravel that's going straight to the fleet. So are you. I feel like I manually built some caravels somewhere. Gain base tax, I like it. Increase missionary strength in Banja. This is probably good. Banja. Is it gonna transform it to Sunni? No. Oh, it is already Sunni, I assume. No, it's Hindu. Will likely lead to the religion spreading more quickly in the entire area. I have no idea if that's actually true. If we only get this effect, or whether there's something that gets more Sunni spread here. I'm gonna welcome them anyway. Let's hope that there's not something that's gonna be really weird here because of it. Claims on Bengal, not enough yet. Military tech, not quite. We just got cores in. That's gonna help with our money situation. Well, it's not really. But it's gonna help with the corruption situation, and we could always swap to rooting out less. I think I want to root out a bit less. I think I still want to make money right now. As long as we are rooting out, I am quite happy. Let's do it like this. Let's make some money. No, wait, that was apparently wrong. I need a green change here, okay. Only making a tiny bit of money, but at least we have some rooting out happening. I kind of want to consolidate my fleets manually. They do consolidate over time, if they are protecting the same trade node. But I think I want to do that manually so we don't have to bother. Now, unrest over here should be pretty much negligible. Yeah. Where do I need my troops? I think we prepare for this war. And I think the plan of having our troops, this part of our army down here, to quickly crush Malacca and then go up there is a good plan. Let's move to Siak with that transport fleet that we just built. Get my trade boats in one place and have them protect trade in Malacca. Alrighty, this army will then have to move. I mean, we're standing here right now to help our subject a bit with that separatism, but it's not like we're helping a lot. We're gonna need to sit on Bengal once we declare, but it's gonna take a while for our troops to move. Delhi declared war on Multan. Now, Multan is small, so that's probably not an issue, but it's not that small, actually. And they're fighting Khorasan and Trans. Oh, this might be great for us, because it might mean that Delhi doesn't join the war against Bengal, which I would love to happen. So these are my caravels. These are my transports. Yeah, right. Still can't beat the Malaccan Navy. Do I want to mothball these carracks so I don't pay as much money for them? Because this is not going to be a war where we use our heavies. We need it for these smaller guys, but this war against Malacca is not going to be that one. I'm going to mothball these guys. Another thing I should probably have done earlier. Save some more money. Should also probably spend some more of that military development. And I'm not going to try to develop in the same place to spawn the institution. I'm just going to drop it somewhere where it's cheap. Like this place. Encourage development is on. Prosperity, innovativeness, renaissance, trading tropical wood. Excellent. I mean, they're tropical, but sure. Have some military power. It's not a lot. Who else? You? Yeah. I didn't turn on the edict here because I only wanted to do like 2 clicks. But maybe I should have. I will turn off the edict in this area though. It's not that area. This area. No edict. Speaking of edicts, are we paying for any edicts that we shouldn't be? Always check that. No, we're paying for missionary there and for trade up here. That's good. It's quite possible that paying for trade somewhere else might be helpful. It's not a lot of money in Burma, unfortunately. Because the Ava region is really good. I could turn on the trade edict there, but it probably would also cost a bunch of money. It cost us a ducat monthly. I don't see us gaining another ducat monthly out of this. So it's probably wrong. Alright. Man, we also really need admin tech. So we can... and then power through trade ideas. We need so many things. And we lose the free stability. Thank you, game. I said I want admin tech, not I want to lose my stability. Yeah. We're gonna have to pay for this. Question is... there's so many modifiers. Overextension is almost gone, so I'm definitely gonna wait for that. Religious unity, we're removing it in, well, part of that soon, 29th of June. And the clergy will be unhappy for quite a while. If I gave you money, you would be happy, but I don't have money, so... Ooh, merchants. No. Do you want to give the New World Charter to the merchant? It seems a bit risky. No, we're gonna have modifiers dropping off very soon. I'm gonna grant the New World Charter. 15 influence. Sure, whatever could go wrong. I wish I could make my clergy happy. But I don't think I can right now. Manilan separatists are still fine. There's the core, so that helps a bit with the stability cost. Still have... Oh God, the clergy modifier is so painful. But the only way we can make them happy is to, well, quickly, is to give them that money that we don't have. There goes the merchant influence, good. How's my army doing? Oh, this army has already moved, excellent. Please move these guys. And then I think I will declare this war. Ming has embraced colonialism. I'm not going to build a building, I don't have money. I need money, not buildings. Okay, we can, I think, fabricate a claim on Bengal here. Maybe not. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, number 5 costs us, what, 40? Yes. So we can't, but we can fabricate the claim on you guys. And come back home. What about Tidore? Do you have heavies? You have a heavy. And something. These other guys? I don't know, but I can check. What's your name? Maginda now. Military, Navy, Smurgin. Just lights. Yeah, that probably means I want this. I mean, we're gonna have to take a river crossing here, but that's gonna be fine. Once our diplomat is back, I guess. Council against Ternate, obviously. Conversion is successful. Does this mean we go for stability now? It probably does. Let's turn on the edict in here. Convert you guys. Even though my suppression army is moving off, which is a bit unfortunate. Where was the other conversion? Here. Turn you off. No need to pay for you. And then I think I do the stability boost now. Yeah, we're paying an extra 10 admin for the clergy, but can't stay at negative stability, that's just bad. Reading out corruption is working. How did you screw with the unrest yet? You did not. Natives lose ferocity, that does not matter to us at all, because we, whoa, that's a state. Northern Thailand, eh? You will now be stated. And I think I'll have to core it too. I probably don't even have the admin to core it. I do not. I'm not gonna start on it. I don't know where we get our admin. I'm so tempted to focus on admin. But I know I will need dip once we get the next admin tech. Maybe I still should focus on admin because we're also gonna take more land. I'm gonna do it. No idea if it's right. If it's right, should maybe we've done it earlier. I don't know. We just should make sure not to take dip tech. But keep staying up on admin. Military leader has died in Siak. So it wasn't our good leader, that's something at least. I think I'll spend some. We have tons of military anyway. I'm gonna buy a new general here. 1111. I mean, I guess it's sort of a leader. Not a good one. Truce to Ming has ended. But Ming's our friend. Now, one more claim on Bengal. What is it? This place, maybe? It's only 5 development. Can't claim you. Could claim you, 6 development, or you. Cotton or cotton. And I assume you're both in the Bengal trade node. No, Kohayu is actually in my trade node. I think I care a bit more about the Bengal trade node, so let's take Habanga here. Maybe that was not worth claiming. That's fine. How happy are people to defend you at the moment, Bengal? Very. What are you? Orisi Pretender Rebels. Delhi. Actually not that happy. Partly because of the friendly attitude towards us. We have our troops in place down here. I think I move my army up here and then I declare war. Is up there correct? Yeah, probably. Royal marriage to Ming's ended. I would like to stay married to Ming. How old are we? We are 29 and you are 28. I guess I'll let Ming offer then. Assuming they want to. But surely they will. Okay, now my army's actually in place. Is it? What's my boat doing? I guess I keep the 4 guys in Bicol for now. Now. Get moving, armies. I want a war. Before we end this episode, I want to declare war. Well, I guess we just have to declare it at the beginning of next episode. Lawyers at odds. Nobility loses is fine. Monastic gains is good. I hate the autonomy change though. Losing karma doesn't matter, right? We are deep in karma debt. Yeah, and we could just gain the 10. I think I just gained the 10 here because I don't want the autonomy change and I don't want the guys even more in dire straits. So, we're unfortunately over our time limits, so we're gonna have to declare this war next episode. But I will hopefully crush the Bengalese. And now we have actual armies ready to just nuke the enemy. I think we will be fine. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, why don't you like my video, subscribe to my channel, and if there's anything you want to say to me, and if you have suggestions for what I could do here, or maybe for what I could do in another campaign, because I'm really itching to start another campaign as well, because this one, giving you guys an episode dailies, I think is right, but I really want to play more. So if you have any other campaign ideas, do tell me about that. Not that we don't have some suggestions still waiting in the weeds. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.